I don't know about you, but that is too much gap. So this should help. Yeah, that should give me enough room to get this lip on, and hopefully these will be low enough that I'll be able to reverse the car off without catching the new lip. So let's see how that works. So there's the tab. I have no idea where it would go if it was from the factory. So there's clearly a bracket or something that comes on the limited edition ones. With enough screws it should stay on regardless. I can always address this later. So looking at this bit, it seems like this tab is supposed to go over the bolt that this nut is attached to. So I might try taking that off. That is just the bolt that holds the bumper support brace, which I might be removing at some point anyway, but I can always stick a new bolt through there and go through that tab, which should hold that in place. But when I try and push it up so that meets, you get quite a gap there. But I can always take the Dremel to it. But I'll get that on both sides and then see how it lines up. Maybe it just needs a good push. Looks a lot better with it though. Attached to anything, and this is so rust welded in that when I try and turn it, little bumper wobbles. So that bar's definitely coming out then. That's that done. Look at how bad that's corroded. There's like nothing left of it. Not sure how I'm going to get that out. You're not playing games? So you can see the amount of cutting that I did manage to get done before the wheels broke. So I'm just going to use self-tapping screws on the front parts here, and I'm just lining it up. So as you can see there's a cut out here, and it follows the same path as the original bumper. So I'm just lining that up on both sides, and that's putting it in the middle, and then pressing it even along this ledge across the front. I'm just going to use self-taps on the front, and then I'll probably either self-tap or just tape up for the time being on the sides, and then I'll come back to getting these rusted bolts out. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do about this bit in the middle. Maybe just some cable ties up onto the radiator support or something. I don't know, I'll figure it out. That looks a lot better. And it's certainly not going anywhere for now. So I don't have to worry about that. So I can deal with the rusted sides when I get around to it. You see how much it tucks in at the side here though. That definitely isn't right. So I'll be sure to come out and get some more shots in better lighting. Especially once I sort out the side fitment. So as you can see, that's no good. But for the time being, at least for the next few days, if the weather doesn't allow me to get it fixed tomorrow, it's a lot better. So, trying the lip again in the daytime. See the alignment a bit better now, and the gaps. Hey buddy. So apparently, because of it being made out of polyurethane, just hitting it with a bit of heat can make it a bit more malleable, so you might be able to just heat it up a bit and then bend it into shape so I can get this to line up properly. You can see at the moment that's just never going to work, but looking at how this lines up here and the gap that's forming down here, I think it will need to be dremeled to make a bit of clearance anyway, because I can't see how heat is going to fix that. But we'll give it a go. Now trying to get these bolts off on both sides. I'm trying to dremel them out. I don't have any metal cutting discs, so I'm just having to use a grinding disc instead, which isn't really the best tool for the job, but it's the only one I've got. It's a very slow process. You can see I've been grinding away at that there. So I'm probably going to have to grind the top and the bottom in order to get that out. It was completely rust welded, but I need to make room for something to go over that tab, so I can hopefully use that to help get it lined up. But I'm still not convinced about where this hole's supposed to screw in, because that seems ridiculous over there. There's nothing else for it, so don't know. I'll have to keep trying to get that mounted and see how we go. Right, so I've managed to grind that nut right down. I'm not going to be able to clear it through with this grinding disc anyway, so I might have to hit it with the angle grinder when I can. But at least now that clears the way for that tab, so we can actually get some decent fitment. Still might need some heat or dremeling on the actual lip to get it to sit properly, but at least now we're getting closer. Right, so the heat really did make it a lot more flexible and malleable, but there's still a bit of a gap there. But I did actually manage to get it to sit enough to screw that in there. So I might leave it like this for a while, and then once I've figured out how to get this through, hopefully that will pull that in enough and come through that bracket, which should pull that bottom bit in there, and pull that together. So I'm going to leave it like this for the time being, and then figure this out at some other point. There we go, that's that side done. Same thing with this bolt. So it's just cable tied to try and pull it in a little bit until I can get that freed. I actually put a bolt through there which should hold it a bit neater and probably get rid of some of this gap. Look a bit more like that when it's actually bolted in properly. Still might need a little bit of Dremel or something, maybe just some heat to make it flex. Use the Dremel a little bit on this point here where it seemed to be a little bit proud. But yeah, as soon as I get that sorted, it'll look a lot better. So I'll chuck the wheels on, drop it down and show you how it looks. But for now, I'm going to call that done. There we go, that's all installed. Probably going to be going back and finessing a few little parts. Still a little bit of a gap here, and obviously the bolts on the ends still need to be actually threaded, but I'll just deal with those as and when I can. But for now, I'm pretty happy with that. So, job done. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit.